because it worked so well last time, let's do it again. Time for some Minikit collection. Now, for my character in free play mode, I am going to select the Gonk Droid. Why the heck would I do that, you might ask? Well, the answer is quite simple. Remember in the first chapter, we got a power brick that unlocked an ability called Super Gonk? Check it out. It enables the Gonk Droid to move at super speed. Not funny. And on an unrelated note, check it out. It's Ayla Secura. I figured I might as well give some other Jedi some screen time. You know, let them take their turn in the spotlight. As soon as you destroy all of these doors, you can use the Force on all 3 of these support beams to create 3 different platforms. And these platforms can be, excuse me, die. And that goes double for you punks as well. Die. And let's see if we can get rid of you guys up there. Alright. As I was saying, let's move the platforms against the wall. There. Now, was that really hard, game? Once that is done, switch to a height. Okay, that's it. You're going down. Die! Die! Now, let's try this whole thing again. Switch to a high jumper once you are on the platform and collect the Minikit piece. Now that that is finally over and done with, give those irritating battle droids what for. So let's switch over to Vader, double jump, and utterly fail. On a more serious note, this episode is going to take quite a bit longer to finish than the other 2, and that is because I only collected 1 Minikit piece during my initial run-through of this level. And you know, I might as well go ahead and collect some extra studs. It wouldn't hurt. And man, we're up to 11,000 already. That is how useful the score times 2 extra is. And get ready to see those numbers really soar once we get the other scores. But more on that later. You know, for not being much, these gates are a surprisingly good way to net in some extra cash. Alright, let's grapple up. Kill some more battle droids. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I am missing the stormtroopers shooting at me. And the ironic thing is, the battle droids as a whole didn't really bother me as much during my initial run-through in story mode, and now they're annoying the heck out of me. Jump up, and shoot every last one of them, making sure they never rise again to oppose us. And they won't come episode 3, but by then we'll have bigger problems to worry about. Alright, let's go ahead and grapple up to kill some more soldiers. And once that is done, we are ready to get some more collectibles. By the way, if you jump all the way down here, that's how you get those studs that are hanging in front of the palace doors. Oh, there were some shiny objects that I forgot about. And they held nothing but studs. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we can get rid of those battle droids up there because of that railing surrounding them. So give the battle droids credit. They are in a really good position. We're 4.5 minutes in and we haven't even left the first area, although that can mainly be attributed to me being greedy, wanting to collect every last stud. But can you blame me? The studs are shiny. They're money. No one can blame me for doing so. All right, let's grapple up here. And once again, There are a couple of collectibles in this area. And for starters, we're going to build some block puzzle segments. We're going to push this one all the way into its proper slot. Almost. We just have to move it ever. Come on! Why are you not moving? You know, this block puzzle is a lot more complex than it needs to be. There we go. It's in its proper slot. Now we got to push this one to the upper left slot, right over here. However, there are some Lego bricks that are lying about. What could that mean? Well, we still have some block pieces to assemble. By the way, young Boba Fett. All right. Once again, we need to find another block segment, and we will find it right here. We have some black flowers, and thanks to Vader, we can now interact with them, and whoa! That's a lot of studs! I approve, game! I most definitely approve! Okay, now that that's over and done with, we can fully complete the puzzle. And all this trouble is definitely worth it, as you will soon see. Let's go ahead and push this block in its proper set. Or not. Isn't it supposed to go in there? Oh, wow. It couldn't go in because the other block was in the way. How typical. All right. Now that all 4 blocks are in their slots, we have to use the Force to fully complete the puzzle. I don't understand why we couldn't just put them in their sections in the first place. But no matter, we have a power brick. Ooh, and there's a Minikit piece up there. I almost forgot about that. In order to get that Minikit piece, we need to use the Force on the wall sections and turn them into platforms. Then switch to a high jumper, like Jar Jar here, and get to the top platform. Once that's done, switch over to R2 or Jango or Boba Fett if you have them, and collect the Minikit piece. Now let's super gonk our way out of here. By the by, that blue stud is where a Minikit piece is located. The only single one I collected. Alright, we are ready to go. And I could shoot those battle droids, and I will. Nothing like a little friendly fire on your own kind. Although I probably should be careful about saying that. But in this room, we have, guess what? Some more battle droids to contend with. And there goes Vader. The great and powerful Darth Vader gets blown up by a battle droid. That's rather sad when you think about it. But let's deal with these clowns first of all. And we gotta get rid of these guys before we can do anything else. Once that is done, we need to switch over to R2 and float across. Then grapple up and get blown up by a few droidecas. Fortunately, a thermal detonator will take out each one in a single hit. But you will notice that there are some black flowers up in the on the upper ledge. So once again, we need to use Vader to remove those black flowers and get a ton of studs as well. Here's a lesson for you, kids. If you want lots of money, cross over to the dark side. How do you think Wall Street came into existence? All right. Let's go ahead and collect all of the studs. There we go. And once that has been eliminated, jump up. I said, there we go. Thank you. Jump up and grab the Minikit piece. If anything, you'd think those Minikit pieces wouldn't want to be collected in the first place. But we are not done here. Let's use our super gonky droid maneuverability to walk all the way to the other side and collect a Minikit piece. Which, now that I think about it, could have been collected in story mode. That Minikit piece in particular is very easily missed. Because for the longest time, I couldn't figure out that you could actually jump down to the lower level. We're all done in here, and we're up to 85,000 studs already? Man, that score multiplier really has been doing us some good. Alright, this is where we're going to find the majority of our Minikit pieces. So let's go ahead and get rid of every single battle droid that's in sight. And also a power-up sphere, which came at the perfect time, because there are a ton of studs in this particular area. Alright, I think we are ready to go. So if we walk down this pathway, we can get some more studs along the way, but there are a few Minikit pieces that need to be collected, and they are all in this upper region, palace area of sorts. I don't know what it's called, okay? I'm not an architect. We need to switch to a small character and crawl through this hatch. When I first played through this level, I didn't know that thing was a hatch. We're going to climb up and collect some studs, but more importantly, we're going to head to the left, out here on the terrace, and collect another Minikit piece. That brings our total to 6, which is awesome, with a capital A. And oh! I just noticed another Minikit piece that can be collected. So we're going to go up here, switch over to Vader, double jump, and get rid of these guys. And yes, black flowers once again. You know what that means. We're in the money. Unfortunately, we don't get any blue studs. And that's depressing because it's a bit of a dud. Look, I'm trying. I'm not a trained musician, okay? Well, actually, that's not technically true. I am a singer, as a matter of fact. Would you believe it? So let's go ahead and blow this section of the wall. And we are going to get rid of these things because we have a very lovely mural of a tree. And when we change it, we can see the queen in her Senate gown. But more importantly, another Minikit piece. That brings our total to 7. Hooray! Well, I think we are ready to move on. So let's go ahead and get rid of these guys once and for all. Ha ha ha! I'm above blasting you. I'd rather just blow you up with a bomb. And as usual, we need to get rid of these things. And, let's get rid of all those targets. Now, the good news is the next level after this one won't take any time at all. We're already at 13 minutes, which is still a relatively good time. I hope I can keep this episode under 20. That's my main goal. And at this rate, I might be able to do it. Because I've been taking a look at my previous videos, and I've noticed that they've all been a bit too long. Now, remember, this area is packed with a bunch of different battle droids, and a bunch of things to blow up. And I never thought I'd say this, I'm not concerned with collecting studs. But I am concerned about repeatedly getting blown up all the time. A measly battle droid defeats the most beautiful bounty hunter in the entire galaxy. A bounty hunter that can shapeshift, no less. Blasphemous. Alright. We need to get rid of all of these plants, because these plants contain platforms that we can use in order to get another Minikit piece. Alright, Vader, why don't you take a turn? And once again, by pressing the buttons, the domes will open, revealing cages that usually contain goodies. Case in point, that silver cage contains our next Minikit piece. Very, very nice. And also we can destroy these things for good measure. I still don't know what those round dome-shaped thingamajigs are called. But you know what? I don't really care. All I want are my Minikit pieces. And Power Brick, of course, too. Alright. Now, what we need to do is we need to start building a stack using these flower pots. And that button, as you know, opens the dome, which conceals the exit, so that's going to be a no-go for us. Next, we need to move this ring over, and also collect the studs on the dome while we're at it. And I believe there's one more ring waiting somewhere for us. Oh, no, there's two of them! Okay, that's actually going to make our job easier. There's three, and finally, there is four. And once again, you need a high jumper. It's almost insulting how Jedi can double jump and just barely not be able to reach it. And that container, or cage, or whatever it's called, should contain our last Minikit piece. Or I could be completely wrong. And on an unrelated note, this is the first appearance of a purple stud. Purple studs are the rarest of them all. One purple stud is worth 10,000. Yes, you heard me right. 10,000 studs. They are so rare that they, more often than not, cannot be collected in story mode. Of course, I can't remember whether I collected them or not. And speaking of not remembering, I can't for the life of me remember where the final Minikit piece is. I'll be right back. Alright, I think I finally remembered where it is. So first of all, you have to be in this area. The area with all the targets and that button. You're going to take the same route you took when getting up to that hatch earlier. But instead of climbing through it, you want to continue down the stairs and swing across to this platform right over there. And destroy the battle droids. Now, in my defense, this is a rather obscure Minikit piece. What you need to do is open all of the gates on this balcony. And not only will you be rewarded with a ton of studs, but as soon as you open the gates, the final Minikit piece will appear. And that is it. All 10 Minikit pieces collected and power brick obtained. And as a reward for doing so, you get the walkie-talkie disable. This extra will disable any enemies using walkie-talkies to summon backup. Once again, an extra that could have helped us in story mode. And check it out! The Minikit pieces, when put together, will create the Queen's Starship. And take a look at all of those blue studs. We're back up to 400,000 and another... Actually, no, we're back up to 500,000 thanks to that gold brick we collected. Now, as I said earlier in the project, the next level will hardly take any time. Thank goodness, because it is the pod race. And as you can see, I purchased a few more vehicles off screen. So let's do this. What's really awesome about this chapter is the fact that I only have one Minikit piece to collect. So let's use Sebulba's pod. Because, well, I like orange. Best of all, we don't have to focus on winning the race. We can just take our time and wait until the opportunity rises. Now, the power brick in this level can actually be pretty hard to see. It's in this section. Instead of going right, take a left. And there it is. And next, you'll want to go here by using a TIE fighter, and presto! That is the 10th and final Minikit piece. Guess what? That is it. We are done. Yeah, that didn't take very long at all. And this is the power brick detector. At last, an extra we can actually use for once. And Sebulba's Podracer has been completed. Very nice. More studs, and one more gold brick. And with that, I think we're going to end the video right here. So next time on Let's Play LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, we are going to finish collecting all of the Minikit pieces in Episode 1. See you guys next time. Hey, did you like what you saw? Then be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter for updates on my videos. Also, do you want to record LP videos like me? Then check out my kit page for my go-to equipment for recording.